What if I told you your mind is still listening even after you fall asleep? Not just resting, not just shutting down, but actually recording, reinforcing, and shaping how you'll feel tomorrow. And what if the last thing you say tonight becomes the first thing your brain believes in the morning? Not in a motivational way, but in a biological and spiritual way. Because tonight, I'm going to show you something simple, something most people overlook, a way to align your mind before sleep, so you don't wake up with the same weight, the same anxiety, the same mental noise. And we're going to do it using something ancient, but incredibly precise, a single passage that, when repeated the right way, doesn't just calm your mind, it reprograms it. Stay with me, because the way you end your night is quietly deciding how your tomorrow begins. And if you're into content like this, where faith meets how your brain actually works, subscribe to this channel. Choose what your mind hears last, because there's something subtle happening right at the edge of sleep that most people never notice. It's that moment when your thoughts start slowing down, but you're still aware. That space, right before you drift, that's where your brain becomes the most impressionable. Not fully conscious, not fully asleep, but open. And whatever enters your mind in that state doesn't just pass through, it sinks deeper. This is where your subconscious begins to take over. And your subconscious doesn't argue, it doesn't analyze, it doesn't question. It accepts, especially what is repeated, especially what feels true, especially what feels safe. So if the last thing your mind experiences is tension, your subconscious carries tension into the night. If the last thing is fear, your brain keeps scanning for danger, even while you sleep. That's why some people wake up tired, even after sleeping. Not because their body didn't rest, but because their mind never felt safe enough to let go. But when you shift that final input, something changes. Because now, instead of feeding your mind uncertainty, you're giving it direction. Instead of leaving your thoughts scattered, you're gathering them and placing them on something stable. And this is where the verse becomes more than words. It becomes a signal to your brain that it can release control, a signal to your nervous system that it's okay to slow down, a signal to your subconscious that it doesn't need to stay alert all night. And over time, your brain begins to recognize this pattern. Night after night, same words, same tone, same calm repetition. And your brain starts associating those words with safety, with stillness, with rest. This is how new patterns are formed, not through intensity, but through consistency, not through force, but through repetition. And the beauty of this is that you don't need to do it perfectly. You don't need to feel it fully. You don't need to believe it hard enough. You just need to show up and repeat, because repetition is what teaches your brain. Think about it like this. If you hear the same negative thought long enough, it starts to feel like truth, not because it is true, but because it's familiar. And your brain trusts what is familiar. So when you begin repeating truth instead, even if it feels new at first, your brain slowly begins to shift its reference point from fear to peace, from uncertainty to stability. And that shift doesn't always feel dramatic. Sometimes it's almost unnoticeable until one morning you wake up and something feels different. You're not rushing, you're not overwhelmed, you're not carrying the same mental noise, and you don't even know exactly why. But what changed was not your situation. It was your internal baseline, because your brain had a different pattern to follow, and it started the night before. This is why consistency matters more than intensity. You don't need one perfect night. You need simple repetition over time. Because every night you do this, you're laying down a new path. And the more you walk that path, the easier it becomes. Until eventually, your brain stops defaulting to stress and starts defaulting to peace. Not because life is perfect, but because your mind is trained. And that's the difference. Because most people try to fix their mornings without ever changing their nights. They wake up and try to force motivation, try to force clarity, try to fight the feeling. But the real shift happens before sleep, when your brain is deciding what to carry into the next day. So tonight, instead of going to sleep with everything unresolved, you give your mind something to hold on to, something stable, something true, and you let that be the last thing it hears. Not your problems, not your pressure, not your past, but truth. And your brain will keep carrying that echo long after your eyes close. Because sleep is not silence, it's continuation, a quiet unfolding of whatever you placed inside your mind. And this is where most people lose awareness. They think the day ends when they close their eyes, but your brain is just beginning another phase, sorting, filtering, reinforcing, almost like it's asking one question: what matters enough to keep? And the answer to that question is shaped by what you repeated last, not what you intended, not what you wished for, but what you actually gave attention to. That becomes the priority. That becomes the pattern. That becomes the default. And over time, defaults become identity. Not instantly, not dramatically, but quietly. Until one day, you're not reacting the same way anymore. You're not carrying the same weight. You're not pulled into the same thoughts. And it doesn't feel forced. It feels natural because your brain has adapted. It has learned a new direction. And direction is everything. Because your mind will always move somewhere. It will always follow something. The only question is, what are you giving it to follow? And tonight, you're not leaving that unanswered. You're choosing, even if it feels small, even if it feels simple, because small things, repeated consistently, reshape your internal world. Think about how many nights your mind has been rehearsing stress, not intentionally, but automatically, going over problems, replaying conversations, imagining outcomes, and each time, those pathways became stronger, not because they were true, but because they were repeated, and repetition is what your brain trusts. So now, you're introducing something different, not louder, not more intense, but more aligned. And alignment has a different kind of power. It doesn't force, it guides, it doesn't overwhelm, it stabilizes. And that stability is what your brain has been looking for. Because underneath all the noise, your mind is searching for something simple, certainty. Something it can hold on to, something it can trust. And when you give it that, even gently, it begins to settle. Not instantly, but progressively. Like water becoming still, like tension slowly releasing. And in that stillness, something important happens. Your thoughts stop racing, your body stops bracing, and your mind finally lets go. That's when real rest begins. Not just physical rest, but mental rest. The kind that restores, the kind that resets, the kind that allows you to wake up, not just rested, but renewed. And renewal is not something that happens by accident. It happens by alignment, by what you feed your mind consistently. And over time, that consistency builds something deeper, a foundation, a quiet stability inside you that doesn't depend on everything being perfect. Because life will still have uncertainty. There will still be challenges. Things won't always go as planned, but your internal state will not collapse the same way because it has been trained differently. And that training didn't come from one moment. It came from repetition, from showing up night after night and choosing differently, even when it felt small, even when it felt like nothing was changing. Because change like this rarely feels dramatic in the moment. It feels subtle, almost invisible, until one day, you realize something has shifted. You handle things differently, you think differently, you feel differently, and most importantly, you recover faster from stress, from pressure, from uncertainty, because your mind no longer stays stuck in those patterns. It moves through them and returns to something steady, That's the power of what you're building. Not just better nights, but a stronger baseline, a more grounded version of yourself. And that version doesn't need to fight for peace. It naturally returns to it because it has been practiced. And anything practiced consistently becomes familiar. And anything familiar becomes automatic. So now, peace is not something you chase. It's something your mind recognizes. And that recognition changes everything. So tonight, as you prepare to sleep, don't underestimate this moment. Don't treat it like just another routine. This is where direction is set. This is where patterns are reinforced. This is where tomorrow quietly begins. And you don't need to do something complex. You don't need a perfect system. You just need intention. A simple decision to guide your mind, instead of leaving it unattended, to give it something true, something stable, something aligned, and then to let go. Because you've already done what matters. You've chosen what your mind will carry. Now let it follow that through the night. And when you wake up, notice the difference, not just in what you do, but in how you feel. Because that feeling is the result of what you planted, and what you plant consistently will always grow. So choose carefully, choose gently, choose intentionally, because your mind is listening, even now. And tonight, it will follow whatever you give it. So give it something worth following. Choose what your mind hears last, because your brain is still listening. If you're going to try this tonight, comment, "Tonight I choose peace, not for me, but as a decision." And if you want more content like this, subscribe to the channel and share this with someone who needs a quieter mind tonight. This content is for educational and spiritual purposes only and is not a substitute for professional medical advice.